If anyone can explain Nigeria to you, I promise you that person is genius. That person has spiritual and magical powers because even I cannot explain Nigeria to me, not to talk of fellow Nigerians. Every time I see this woman's face, my heart sinks first before I get worried. Like, what are we going to hear today? Why is she still behind her curtain? Why is she not in her house with her family? Why is she being traumatized on a daily? And then you find out that, wait, hold on. The government took their time to sell Nigerians a story just to find out that story is unreal. A few things were on the list of things they demanded, according to the government. One, they wanted 1 billion naira, which we will discuss that further. Two, they wanted 2 hillocks. Three, they wanted to Islamize Oyo State. Four, they wanted certain bandits or people to be released, right? This is what we were told. And they actually sat down and debated this because to the average Nigerian, of course, it sounds ridiculous, right? You now start thinking, this is so unholy to think, wait, is it worth giving these bandits so much power as far as Islamizing a whole city, and it starts with one city, then it evolves to something else? Or they should just take everyone out and count their losses? This is where our minds were forced to go because it's now between the lives of innocent people or the lives of all Nigerians, transforming our country into something we do not even understand. Because when it even comes to faith, I do not understand why what I believe has to affect you or what you believe has to be imposed on me. I don't understand that part. But now let's go back to the money. Now, when we speak about the money, that money is extremely important. Because as soon as I heard 1 billion naira demand, my whole mind went straight to VDM. I said, oh wow, they found another way to try to catch him in something. Because from what even people are discussing, because everyone is talking, when VDM was empathetic and feeling emotional, he said, listen, if the government is not going to speak for the people, rescue them, we Nigerians, even if it's 1 billion, we would contribute to rescue. We all knew that that was, first of all, ever debating with bandits or terrorists is never a good thing, right? But we all know that he always does that to force the hand of the government. And as we noticed, they even started pretending that they care. We saw that happen. And all of a sudden, the demands of the so-called terrorists somehow matched the same figure he had mentioned earlier. Tomorrow, the same government will say, wait, hold on. Why would you guess that specific number? When he was just using that specific number as a way to say, hold on, even if this is how important the lives of Nigerians are to us, we will contribute. I was always waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm surprised it didn't drop. Because if there is one thing we know about our country that we can explain, is that they do not like anyone opposing whatever decisions they take. They do not like anyone meddling in their affairs because it's their private business. Nigeria is the private business of politicians. It has nothing to do with you and me. They don't care about you and me. I don't even know the day. At this point, I lost counts because at one point I thought it was 15 days in. Then someone said it was 19 days. I've lost counts of how many days these people have been in the forest in this weather. And our leaders lied to us. They literally sat down and debated this. Because every single Nigerian kept thinking, oh my God, so what are we going to do now? Are we going to risk the lives of these good people to save the rest? Like, imagine what you guys wake up every day and figure out ways to traumatize thy people. You guys should vote correctly. There's not even, choose wisely at this point. You know who to vote for. You know who to vote for. Nigeria, the only thing I know for a fact is Nigeria will be great again. How? I don't know how, but it will be great again. It is high time the people start standing up. And look at this other case. Let's go back to this case in particular. These people came out and said their family members were kidnapped, right? In 28, 72 hours, I don't know how long, they magically were rescued. The whole police and everything, they went there to, and they stayed laughing, like, oh, look what Nigerians are thinking. And all of a sudden, as of today, that specific building, which is basically evidence, is being demolished. Please explain that to me, because in a normal functioning system, crime scenes or locations like this should be kept there for evidence, at least for a period of time. Now, I sit down and ask myself, was this the plan all along? Were they trying to take over a certain location and they just found the perfect way? Because at this point, when this story came out, I feel like, oh, you're trying to act like you're in the same boat like us, but you're not. None of you are. Because if they dare took one of you, a major player in the game, Nigeria will be ablaze by now. You guys are messing with our mental states of mind every single day. The average Nigerians that are even still trying to struggle to maintain face cannot even focus on work. We're not getting enough sleep. 8 hours of sleep is, if you can sleep 8 hours, that's pure luxury. That's the most expensive commodity at this point. 8 hours of sleep. I can't remember the last year I slept 8 hours. Even as I'm going through my own problems, I cannot get to sleep. You guys are mentally messing with us every single day. That woman has no business being with little children in the forest till this time. You have the power to demolish a building because, according to you, people were kidnapped. Are we going to start burning our forests now? Like, what is the way forward? There is absolutely no day you wake up with good news. God be with Nigerians. Get your PVC and stop playing. And if INEC refuses to open their portals, you all know what to do. You know what to do. It is high time we take our country back, and it is high time we fix the system. Because if you think today is bad, a year from now will be way worse. You think they're bandits today, a year from now will be way worse. Keep playing. And one more important thing before I go. I think the Benin Republic, because I think that's where they say the 1 billion should be transferred to, should actually look into Nigeria. Because how do you create such a propaganda and involve the name of another nation? Because we started blaming them now. That what's the connection? So they should actually look into it, because this is unacceptable behavior. Bye.